The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Hi everyone, Basil Chapman here, and this is the 22nd of November, Tuesday, and we've just had a really nice rally in the E-mini. It dropped from the 39.79 area, 39.80, all the way down to 39.62, and came back. If you use that peak A there as your midpoint, your plumb line, it came to within, the exact bar right there, the exact bar. And I usually draw in, I didn't even have a chance to say that would have worked. This is the Chapman Wave inside wedge target resistance line. Yep, there it is. Wow, what a nice technique that is. And now, but unfortunately, I wasn't even trading it because I was so busy getting ready for the update as well as the show. All right, so there it is. Beautiful cup formation, price time match, lopsided gravy cup because the actual low was at about 941.42. in the 39.63 area, and it went up to your requisite peak D in the Chapman Wave. All right, here we go. Let's get cooking with this. And we've got the Dow up. Oh, did it just make a new? I think it did. 39. Yes, 33.983. This is really important because we've broken to a new recovery high. And that means I had said that there was a chance this could become an F/B. Why did I take that away? I have it in my actual Dow chart that I show my subscribers. Put that over there, put that over there, and put that over there. So, okay. So edit, that becomes a new leg C to the upside. And if that's the case, we should even get a, whoops, that's a B. Doing a lot of things. Today I've got two hands free. Didn't have it yesterday, and that makes a difference. So let's see, we've got leg C at this particular point. Very, very nice action. Look what's happening. This is the third week we're above the Chapman Wave inside track repellent line in the weekly chart. The week's not done. It's not even close to being done. We've still got today to finish, tomorrow to finish, and then Friday, even though TFNN is closed on Friday. I'm not sure yet whether I will put out, usually I do on the Friday, I put out just a report, an update report, and if there's anything new, we have often got trades on that the Friday after Thanksgiving, when everything is very quiet. So within that context, we're looking at very good action here. The consolidation, when you think about it, I've been talking about this for 2 weeks. We're not that much higher than we were 2 weeks ago, but we aren't that much lower. So this is basically a sideways action in the Dow. If you look at the S&P, that is a sideways move that we've got. We're up 21 at 39.70. I did that, and then I took it away. So the high that was made right at the 200 period moving average on the 15th of November was at 4,028.84. And that 4,028, what did I say, 0.44? I don't think I said, I think I'll just put 34. I'll change it a little later on. That's going to be the 40.28 level. You have to get through the 40.23 200 period moving average. So I think this consolidation and digestive phase is actually going to continue just a little longer. Look at the QQQ, the NDX 100 is not even up. It's down 13 ticks at 281.77, sitting on the 14 period exponential moving average. And look at this, the Chapman Wave inside track. Does this work or does this work? Look at that inside track repellent zone when it finally breaks above it. And that could happen in December. I think there's a good chance. That's going to be very important. If you look at the IWM, a little bit better weekly chart than the QQQs, but it too is struggling at the inside track repellent zone in the weekly chart. If you're looking at the gold, gold is now up 5, holding quite nicely at 1744. Silver is just above the 200 period moving average. The 9 is still way above the 14, so silver's still acting a little bit better than gold. It's up 32 cents at 21.19, and if we can get to 21.78, 22.02, anywhere in that area, it says, oh, now you're going to start to see the technicals improve. The other technicals, that's the MACD and stochastic, improving, but so far it's just the magnet line of the 200 period moving average that is just containing that price. If you're looking at the dollar, DXY, dollar is down 33 ticks at 107.31. If you're looking at natural gas is down just 13 13 ticks at 6.63. This is going to be very important because if you look at the, I want you to go to the EUR USD. This is the euro pulling back from that peak F top in the Chapman wave away from the 200 period exponential moving average. And if you're looking at the USD JPY, look at that. A nice bounce off the lows, but still quite struggling. So this says to me that the sell mode in the daily chart of the dollar Japanese yen remains in place. By the end of this week, I'll probably give it a sell signal in the weekly chart, maybe even an upgrade to a sell mode, but so far it'll be a sell signal corresponding to the dollar. And if you look at the, where did I want to go? If you look at high-grade copper has pulled back very sharply from the 200 period moving average. It's at 364, up 0.07. And that's just telling me, and I always like to do wood, which is the global, this is the iShares Global Timber and Forestry ETF. Oh, I never updated that. That's a peak E. Is that 1 penny higher? I think it is. Therefore, you're going to give an alternate count. So this is very interesting. This is the, what is the symbol? It's the ETF for the Global Timber and Forestry ETF. 77.22 was the high, 1111. 72.24. So this went peak. I'm going to call it an A, B, and a C. I could call it a D, but just for now I'm calling it a C, as if it's a new buy signal to buy mode, because all the technicals are good. And the weekly chart is at a peak A, peak B. So the wood is really important going into the end of the year. The Timber and Forestry ETF, it's a global instrument, just like high-grade copper is. I want to see it closer to the 79.81 area than the 72.71 area. Let's see if that happens. Of course, what I wish for is not necessarily heard by the market. And what we're looking at now is that we've gone over that resistance. We're in leg E in the 1 minute chart. And I said, someone asked me if I got a whole bunch, I've got stocks. When we get back, we're only doing stocks. So questions that I had, I'm going to get to all of them. I just wanted to show you something. This is GC. This is the gold. Look, the idea in the Chapman wave is to go from a buy signal to a buy mode, meaning you upgrade from a peak A or a B to a buy mode, meaning you have to get to a D. Well, look at this. Gold went in the 1 minute chart, peak A. Let's see if this works out. A, then B, then C, and D. And now it's pulled back very sharp. Interesting. I wonder what the dollar's doing. Let's see what the dollar's doing. Dollar DXY. As we go to the break, I'll do the wave count in the dollar when we return. Dow's at 281. Nice.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the markets open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today, and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Hi folks, so this is the, here's some of the technique that I like to use. There's your peak D in the gold. I would have done a cup formation, left side, right side, price, time match. What's the point? It's already done that. But look, here's a brand new one. So we go peak A, peak B, leg C. We're in leg C right now in the counter move. Got 1745 in gold. 1 minute chart is very strong resistance. Trading right now at 1745. And the dollar, I'm writing in the wrong place. Let's do it over here. Dollar, here we go. The XY. So the dollar did a perfect peak, A, B, C, D, even went to an E above the 200-period moving average, got repelled, pulled back sharply, and then went to a peak D at about 920, pulls back to the 200-period moving average of 107.46, and that's going to be the magnet for the moment. All right, let's get now, questions have come in. So let's just do the one that came in right this moment. Costco, oh, it wasn't a question, it was just a statement. Yeah, Costco's acting really well. It's gone to a peak D and just squeaked right now as we're talking to an E in the daily. It's trying to get above the Chapman wave repellent zone in the weekly chart right here. Look there, inside track repellent. It's broken above it here last week and then it pulled back. And this week so far it's above it. 612 was the high in April, plunges to 406. I mean, 20. Yeah, I mean, what are you talking about? 30% decline, and then it comes all the way back, and it's holding very nicely. Yeah, holding well. I think there's a little bit of upside, but it's gonna start hitting some resistance here. Okay, now we're gonna go through the. Oh, what was the question? Ulta Beauty. You know, when you get into this fashion stuff, when you get into the different creams and the makeups, they last a lot longer. Even recessions, it takes a long while before people who have this kind of need change and buy cheaper products. So this is still acting very well. This is also fascinating to me. This is one of the weirdest monthly charts I've ever seen. Ulta Beauty, trading at 443.85, up $1.83. Now, there are a number of stocks that are trading up in the 400s and 500s and that are doing really well. But look at this quick. It goes from a low that was made at about 142, was it? 124. I remember the numbers. I've got them mixed up in the sequence. 124.05 back in March 2020. It goes to peak A very quickly within a few months, pulls back. And then it goes to peak B way later in 2021. Then it goes 2 bars rest, bar C. Peak C, 1 bar rest. Peak D, 1 bar rest. Sorry, 2 bars rest. Then it goes to E, 1 bar rest, it goes to F. 3 bars rest, and the 4th bar goes to G/C. And now it has to restart. So it's either a brand new E, an old E or a brand new C. So this is incredible, the speed, because my rule of thumb is that when you go very quickly in the Chapman methodology to peak B, C, D, very often you get at least a pullback, not a major pullback, but a pullback. So here we are, we're in leg E, very quick, and all the way it just holds the 14-period moving average and moves higher. Yeah, this is still acting really well. And a 1 penny above peak C in the weekly chart starts leg D. That means 451.31. So it's a little bit of a way to go here. Starts leg D. And I'd say to subscribers, isn't it amazing how so many of these companies are doing? Like, look at Cintas. Cintas is doing. Where did I type that? Oops. Click. There. Okay. Cintas. CTAS. Cintas is, look at this, leg E. At 451. Remember I mentioned $400 and something stocks, many of them doing very well. This is close to the all-time high of a peak B. This is almost like the S&P, right? Peak B in the monthly chart at 461.41 pulls back to a low of about 340, and now it's trading at 451, I'm sorry. Very close, left side, right side price time match. So the weekly chart to get back to the 461 December 2021 high of 450 with a 440. It opens with a round number 458 open the week of the 17th of December, goes to 461.44, and then that's it until it comes all the way back to the 340s. Now it's got a left side, right side price time match that says that the 460s high that it made is going to should be tackled by the 16th of April. 16th of December. Okay, so now here we go. Guild. I was asked yesterday if I would look at Guild. Oops, that disappeared. Guild is trading at 85.30. It's up $1.03 at 85.38 right now. The leg D in the daily, but look at this. It gaps up. And in all this time, since the gap of October the 28th, on the 27th, it's trading in the 71s. Next day, boom, opens at 74.36, slips to 73.99, and closes at 79.27. And that was it. It hasn't come even close to the bottom of that bar, and it keeps making higher highs. This is outstanding action. Gilead Sciences, Biopharma, Israeli company, excellent. Look at this monthly. This is a brand new A, B, brand new B, but it is about to test the left side high of March of 2020. Remember, March was in the general market, was making its lows. This is making its high at 85.97. 85.97, today's high is 85.55. Is that even unbelievable? 2020, and now we're in 2022, December, and you've got a left side, right side time and price match possibly to this doji candle right here. Yep, I always like to look for a particular candle. If it isn't an exact midpoint, I have to look for either a candle or a gap or some piece of information. So let's just do this now. So the question was Gilead Sciences, and the answer is, whew, what more can I say? It's always been an amazing company, has huge declines and then massive rocket ship accelerations up. So there it is. Put it in right there. Oh, it's a bar late, a month late in making that high. Well, even if it does it this month, it'll be 1 month late. So now what we're looking at is, so that's Gilead Sciences acting really well, getting to a resistance area. Next one was Myrna. Myrna is Moderna here in the Boston area. And it's Moderna Biotech, COVID, many other trials going on. I said trails, but it should be trials going on. And it had a high of 497.49 August of 2021. It had a little bit of an Eiffel Tower, straight up, straight down, pull back. Look at this. I love the way these things work. The low on June, the week of June the 17th, 115.61. Let me just type that in. 115.61. What did I say? June the 17th or something like that. 17th. And what did we? It was 2020. That was this year. And then look what happened. We get to, as we're going to the break, we get to a low in September of 115.03. How does that work? Isn't that amazing? That was up 253. I'll be back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Yes, so we're looking at, just double check, we've got some questions here. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So within the context of what, just forgive me, I'm not going to mention the names because I've got the list right in front of me and I forgot to write down who asked what. So question about R. R, where did I put it? Oh, don't put it in the den, put it right here in your, there we go. So R is rider systems, and I've been talking about this for some time, saying this is incredible. Rider systems, supply chain, transportation, fleet management solutions. 93.05 was the high back in December. No, it was October of 2021. Look at this beautiful cup formation. And look at this. I've got it as an alternate count F/B in the daily. It is in a leg C in the weekly chart. Wait a minute. Today's high is 92.95. It is $1 away, $1 and a penny away from making, I believe it's an all-time high. So I think that this economy, when I look at this, I look at Cintas, I look at Ryder, I look at, I had a whole list here. IT, look, you talk about the tech sector. Well, IT, which is the Gartner Inc. tech analysis, they've been around for a long time. Gartner, not D, Gartner, 369 round number, all-time high back in November of 2021, plummets down to the 220. Well, I shouldn't say plummets, drops very sharply down to 221.17 in June of this year, of 2021. And here it is, back at 339. You just couldn't get. So when I talk about, say, the semiconductors having been in basically a recession as far as they are concerned, everything, you go through the different sectors, but within that, I haven't looked at it lately, but you remember what was a Rambus? I think it was Rambus. Rambus within the semiconductor sector, although they might be doing something slightly different, all-time high 6-7 days ago, and it's incredible. Rambus is trading at down 31 cents at 36.67, but it made an all-time high. Was that? I shouldn't say all-time high. At 38.88. I think I did this before, and now I've forgotten about it, because this was around in 20. Let me squeeze the chart. Here we go. Squeeze. I used to have this all notated. For years I've had it notated. 2006. No, I want the 2000 or 1999. There it is. 2000 Rambus is trading at 127.00, round number high. Makes an open of 46. This is a monthly chart. Actually, I believe this is split. So here's Rambus, and it goes down to somewhere in the single digits, goes down to $4, about $4.36 back in June of 2012. It's amazing how some of these companies have morphed and survived. And I said to subscribers this morning, IBM is one of those. IBM, look at this. IBM trading very nicely today, up 2.48. This is an oldie that's become a newbie. It's just morphed. The chart says it's changed its stripes. It's no more the fuddy-duddy IBM that did everything wrong. It's now doing everything right. It's a leader, as far as I'm concerned, in the whole tech sector. So I'm not very negative. We're long and aggressively long in the Dow, because I consider that to be. And thank you, Greg, for that email. That was very nice of you. And a happy Thanksgiving to you and to everyone else. So I'm looking at this as a possible instant restart, but at least it's an F/B in the daily. On balance volumes a little bit overbought. And in the weekly chart, it's either E or brand new A. Because, why did I not say D? I think I meant D. It's either D, there it is. Yeah, it's either D or brand new A. I mean, it's hard to believe, right? Okay, so that I wanted to follow through with that, because I did have a question about IBM. So yeah, I still like it. Would I buy it now? This is really tough. And all I can say is that I'm waiting. I feel so foolish. We've got money on the sideline. We are buying. We bought something just a couple of days ago, and it's starting to do very nicely. But I at the same time, and I have a tough time with this. I had said to buy a particular stock today. It happened to be a very, very low price gold stock. Pre-market, it did what we wanted in an odd lot, a buy. Odd lots came in under the number that I said to buy, but it opened and then it pulled back and it went to the exact level I said buy, a penny under this number. It didn't get there, and now it's acting really well. It's actually up 4% from yesterday's close, but I have a tough time with this because some people got it pre-market and others didn't have missed it by a penny. I don't know what to do about that, because most people have a trading platform that does trade pre-market, but some people don't. Anyway, so with that in mind, what I am saying is that IBM. Next one is, let me just go through them in order. Yeah, look at and then Goldman Sachs, I had a question 2-3 days ago, and I think I answered it, but I just want to review it. Look, Goldman Sachs is trading at 385 at $5 today. It made a peak D in the daily chart. Remember, that's the obligation of the Chapman wave, is to get you to a D. Well, it got you to a D right there at 389.58, I think it was. Whoops. Right there. Let's see if I can get that. 398, yeah, 58. And now what we're looking at is it's got a little cup formation. It's in a leg B in the weekly chart. I must tell you, I'm liking what I see. If I go to the IAI, which we're along, which is the broker-dealer ETF, almost looks the same as... Look, you could transfer these charts. This looks like the chart of Goldman Sachs, IAA trading up $1.21 at 101.44. We're along from the 45, so I keep trying to get in on any dip, but we keep missing it to add to the position. Look at this. Weekly chart spirals above the Chapman inside track repellent zone. Now it's a support zone. A resistance zone. Now it's a repellent zone. And the monthly chart is starting to improve a lot. Okay. Within that context, the next question came in. Bank of America. Bank of America's, how's it trading? Yeah, it's trading okay. It's 37.42 was the high about 8 sessions ago. We are long from the 31s. Yes, it's acting very well. I wanted to see it close above the 36.94 peak that was made in, I think it was late August, mid-August, August the 18th, the week of the 19th. And it's done that now. For a couple of times it's broken above it, but it has been closing above it. That to me is a good sign because it goes from the H pattern, the arch, that turns into a really positive cup formation. And that gives me a target in December sometime in the 41.20s. And right now it's at 37.79. Okay, next question was, where is it? Okay, now the other thing I'm looking at here is Home Depot. Yep, Home Depot. Home Depot is trading a leg. I'm calling this an F, but really it looks like an F/C. There's nothing wrong. It looks great. So I'm going to, I'll just keep it as an F for now. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's acting very well. It's going right to the Chapman inside track repellent zone. Look, there it is. If we extend that up. Yeah, so acting nicely. It's in leg C in the weekly chart. It's come back, but the monthly chart says there's a lot of work to do before that monthly chart starts to get into a buy signal. I'll be back. Dow's up 250. S&P's up 21. Basil Chapman.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
No, I haven't done Alibaba for a little while, so let me just do the schedule. In the Chapman wave methodology, what we do is we try to identify the lowest low bar. Of course, historically, if you look back, you can always see that's the low bar, right? So this becomes a peak A. Peak B, what's the obligation to get you to a D? Well, it went to a C, and it's failed a little bit. So the person says, GT says, puts on Baba. Well, yeah, that would work in the very short term, and it's gone to a leg A in the weekly chart. It's really struggling. I mean, it's just, there's no question about it. If you look at the monthly chart, not a very good looking one, but it has to hold 72. If it breaks under 72 right now, that's a failure pattern. It needs to get very quickly. Am I missing something? A, B? No, that is a PC. So that's the one thing that we were looking at. Other questions came in. So look at this, XLC. I believe XLC is what I want to look at next. Yes, this is the communications select sector in the Spider Fund. That made a peak B, all-time high in the monthly chart. Pull back really sharp. Look, this looks like the Eiffel Tower, straight up, or like a pyramid, like a wide pyramid. And it's struggling. So the communications, if you look at VZ, VZ's Verizon. This is, it's gone to a leg D. But look at that weekly and look at the monthly chart. They have been decimated. So if you're thinking of getting dividends and all, I would rather be looking at the multinational oils, because this is just too risky. There is so much competition in the field, between internet and everything else, that I'd be a little judicious about buying these, even though on a percentage basis going from the 34 to the 39 level is really good. But if you're looking at dividends, you've got to be thinking longer term. You don't want to get in for a couple of days and then miss the dividend. This is not a trade. So I'd be real careful. Next question I had here was, so when I was listening to Tommy's show earlier on, Tommy does the morning market kickoff at 9 o'clock. Great show. He really puts the fundies together with the technicals. And so he was talking about the bankruptcy. This is the whole thing that to do with the crypto area. And I remember saying to myself, as he was talking about it, and he said they were talking about bankruptcy. Why would they be talking about bankruptcy unless it was sort of in the background? I've always had an expression that we joke around in my family where I say, I haven't got flu. I mean, when someone says, how are you? You don't just say, I haven't got flu, unless you got flu, right? So if you bring it up, it means it's on your mind. It means something's going on. So, denial is probably one form of confession. So here we go. VZ, I said, was not so great. Look at this, Hershey's, HSY. Hershey's had a very nice break above the Chapman falling axe formation. The weekly chart is stuck above the resistance area and came back in. So Hershey chocolate and candy, this is in the defensive area. This is in the XLP. All-time high was in the 242 area or 241? 241.45 back in October of this year, and it's pulling back some. It's digesting those gains. but it's in the defensive area. If you look at the XLP, it's individual stocks that are doing very well. Leg D in the daily, leg B in the weekly above the inside track repellent zone. Now it's more like a propellant zone. And if you look at the monthly chart, having an all-time high in the 80, I can't remember if it was 82 or 83, 81.34 back in April of this past year before going down to 66. So, yeah, I mean, there's another almost 30% pullback. And now it's rallying. And so in defensive area, now why would you get the defensive area when you're looking at XLI? This is the real Select Industrial Spider Fund, broken out of the inside. This is the falling axe formation, and broke above the resistance level. In the monthly chart, month still has quite a way to go. So far it's above it. So far the same action is occurring in the weekly chart. And this is a brand new leg A to the upside. I call it a gray A until I get confirmation. But actually the stochastic, this is the S&P Select Industrial Spider Fund. The stochastic is already at 84%. And look at the distance between the green and red moving averages in the MACD. That histogram is huge. So that, in fact, is a good sign. So this is D, dailies, D, E, and maybe this is an F, or maybe it's an alternate count. I have to tell you, I look at these charts and I'm saying to myself, on the one hand, there are so many positives if you're looking in the right area. But at the same time, I'm expecting, because we got so overbought in the short term, we've used up time, still with the Dow leading. And as I say, I'd like to be adding for subscribers. I want to add to our Dow positions, even though we've got real nice core positions. But at the same time, we're looking at areas that are not participating. And if you look at ARKK, oops, if you're looking at ARKK, and this really gives you a good sense of this enormous amount, huge number of stocks in 2021 to 2022 that just screamed to highs and then just took a dive, but not just a dive. I mean, this is a fund going from 125.86 in November 2021 to a low of 32.59 on the 9th of November. I don't even understand how she's still, Kathy Wood is still running these funds. Anywhere else, they would have been bounced. I mean, you remember when Fidelity, when Vinnick had this, just a kind of a meandering session, 1994, I think it was. He didn't do bad, he just didn't do great. I mean, it wasn't soon after that he went out on his own. But the guys don't last very long. I mean, people don't last very long in that position. So I'm just amazed that she's still there. I mean, she bought everything wrong. And now it's not quite being saved by these rallies. Yes, it's filled the gap from the low of the 9th. Had a big move up, nice percentage, 32 to 41, huge percentage. Comes all the way back again. It will be in vogue at some point. Maybe when she says she's resigning. I don't know. Whatever it is. Okay. So those are the ones I want to look at. IYR. I want you to do this live because part of this, for me, is always education. Yeah, for me and for you. So look, I'd like to identify the lowest low bar. So here we go. This IYR is the iShares Dow Jones US REITs Index Trust. There's your low bar back in early October. And then you just count each successively higher peak. So, but you've got to be careful. Why? Because you see this right here. On the 14th, it goes to 80.6, 80.18. 80.13 is the next session on the 17th. If you never store that, you would count A, B, C, and you'll say it's at C. Your obligation, the Chapman maybe, is to make sure that you count the peaks and troughs correctly, especially the peaks. A, B. We're digesting the game. with the big D. It's with S.
Are you grinding in the market, but seeing little to no return? Or are you a successful trader, simply looking to make your job a little easier? Learn to take the path of least resistance with David White's powerful trading newsletter. David White is an accomplished trader whose deep understanding of technology and the markets allows him to consistently find and share winning trades. Support and resistance define the ranges in which stocks trade. By understanding these trading ranges, David White is able to find the path of least resistance. David White's trading newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, is delivered daily before the markets open to make every trading day an easy win. Visit TFNN.com today and subscribe to David White's Ultimate Trading Newsletter for $119 a month and try all of our newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Take the path of least resistance at TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
So I've been notating this 1 minute chart here, and I show you the left side, right side bar symmetry. It's just unbelievable how many times it works out. It missed by one bar in this U going to a double U large cup formation. In the E-mini going to this peak C. But also, I've been talking for quite a long time now about the two-click potential. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I probably should be thinking of some kind of a all-day webinar where we can discuss it. And that's where sometime in the early morning, sometimes it's very early, sometimes 6:30 to 7:30, but I call it the two-click session. And in this particular instance, there is a chance that today is a two-click session with a low that was made at 9:35 or 9:42, where you could wait for the 200 period moving average to act as support, then it breaks above it, and then the moving averages cross positive, and then from this moment on, at about 10:12 this morning, at 39, let's go to the high of that session, 39.78 in the 2-minute chart. We're at 39.87 right now. This could be one of those days, two-click days, where you click once, and then you just watch this green line, and as long as it stays green, or you could change the color or whatever it is, as long as this particular moving average stays positive, you just stay in the position. You go one click, and you just wait and wait and wait. You can have a trading stop if you go out to lunch or whatever it is, and just wait for it to hit. and then you get out by the end of the day. It happens. All right. So with that said, a couple of things. Tomorrow, I think, in fact, you know what? I had a couple of questions. Would I do something like that more live during the day? I'll do that tomorrow, since the day before Thanksgiving, a lot of people won't be here. Some people will be here. Let's reward those people that are here. We'll do something like that. We'll choose something. Maybe it's the E-mini, maybe it's gold, whatever it is. And we'll just follow it. It doesn't matter if it's a company chart. Stay tuned for Steve Rhodes and all the great programming. I'll be back with Tom later today. Have a great session and a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're not here tomorrow.